action. So allowing yourself, we'll just pause here in a seated form to come together to begin our practice this morning. And I invite you to allow yourself a few cycles of breath where it's just a gentle inhale and an audible sigh with an open mouth, just exhaling out any tension, anything that may have occurred in your day, just beginning to let go. A few cycles of that breath. Feeling yourself relaxing into the space and place that you find yourself in. Relaxing into the seated form that you feel rooted and heavy. 2 more cycles of breath. Just allowing your breath to return to its own natural rhythm. And just having a moment of gratitude and appreciation for the blessing that your eyes were open this morning, that your breath persists, therefore your life persists in this experience, here in this 3D reality. And finding the length and structure of your spine with your shoulders stacked over your hips. The neck is nice and elongated. Chin is parallel to the floor. Hands are heavy and relaxed to your knees or thighs. And in your own way, bringing your attention to the center of your chest, to your energetic heart, not your anatomical heart, but your energetic heart. And can you begin to breathe in and out through your heart space, cultivating gratitude, bringing something to mind that you are grateful for, that brings you joy, or when you have felt a deep sense of compassion, just this opportunity to open our hearts together, mind and body, letting the breath coordinate, focus your attention, and turn within. And the hands come together in Anjali Mudra, thumbs rest to that same space you were just focused on. This gesture of gratitude, appreciation, reverence. And can you feel a gentle smile arise to your face and see how good that smile feels? One more breath. Keeping the hands together, gaze comes up as the fingertips reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, arms float down. Turning the palms up. Inhale, gaze comes back up, hands come together. Exhale, hands to the heart. We'll do that again. Inhale, fingertips up, lifting long through the side body. Exhale, arms float down. Inhale, palms come up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take the hands back behind you, fingertips to the floor, and imagine there's a hook at the center of your chest, dropping the head back gently, finding your extended cow spine, lifting the chin, breathing. And then exhale, release, fingertips to the floor in front of you, chin curls down towards the chest, finding your cat spine. Take a few cycles of breath here. Keeping the palms in front, bring the palms to the floor. Inhale, chin lifts, tailbone reaches back. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, chin to the chest. Inhale, front body, heart lifts and comes forward. Exhale, tuck. One more time. Inhale, we lift. Exhale. And then maybe walk your hands forward. Let your forearms come down to the floor if that's possible. You can walk your hands even further if that's available within you, and let your head be heavy towards the earth. And just feel that lengthening, that spaciousness beginning to be created through the cervical spine, maybe through the pelvis, through the quads. One more breath. Walking the hands back, we lift ourselves up, right hand to the floor. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, we drop over to the right. So let that left arm be nice and straight. Fingers are bright. So can you continue to plant down through the left buttock cheek, lift up through the side body. Left arm is nice and straight. And then you're going to bring your gaze up towards the ceiling and breathe into that. Can you draw the shoulder blade down the back body? One more breath. And we inhale to center. Exhale, left hand's going to come down. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, we drop over to the left, long through the side body, right through the right fingertips. Now really root down through that right buttock cheek. Oh, and you just create these tiny little spacious spots that maybe were accumulated or congested. Right shoulder blade down the back body. Now bring your gaze up towards the ceiling underneath that right arm and breathe. Draw the belly button towards the spine. One more. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, one more time. Hands come to Anjali Mudra and just feel from the inside out the space that's begun to be created. We turn our attention to the sacred space within us. May we go sit within the cathedral, within the sanctuary that is our true nature. And when we find ourselves here, we encounter every situation, every spot of land that we stand upon as sacred, every moment as holy. This is the practice to continue to come home to ourselves, to this heart space, to this inner sanctuary, where we can recall the truth of who and what we truly are. One more breath. Staying present and being in this moment, we're going to transition from seated to come down onto our backs. Letting yourself roll down very gently, just feeling the spine, making contact with the floor, letting the knees come up towards the chest, hands on individual knees, and we make circles. Individual circles. Just allowing yourself to continue to drop into the experience of moving through the pelvis, through the knees, feeling. And let the circles go in the other direction. Stay long through the back of the neck, letting the chin drop towards the chest. One more time around. Letting the knees come back to center. Knees are going to open wide. Arms come to the inside of the legs. Maybe you hold on to your ankles or come over the tops of the feet to the outer edges of the feet. And let the knees open as wide as they can, and you begin to feel that lengthening through the hip flexors, through the psoas. Stay long through the back of the neck. You can press your feet into your hands and your hands into your feet and breathe. Big full belly breaths. Feel the belly expand. So with your inhale, let it be a purifying breath. And with your exhale, let it be a blessing breath. Inhale, receiving purification. Exhale, sending blessings out into the universe, into the world, to whoever might receive it. Inhale, purification. Exhale, blessing. One more time. Inhale. Then we'll inhale the left foot towards the ceiling. Exhale, drop the left heel back down. Inhale, right foot up. We're coming into half happy babies each side. Inhale, left. Exhale. This is your practice. Listen to what's good and right for you. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. And then we're going to inhale both feet up, just meeting the edge of this. Stay long through the back of the neck, knees dropping down towards the floor. So your hands are gently tugging the soles of the feet, drawing the thighs and the knees towards the earth. Now can you keep the back of the pelvis rooted to the floor and gently rock side to side? And breathe. One more time, each side. And then we pause, heels come down, release the feet, knees come together. So you're going to cross one ankle over the other. Arms are on the outside of the legs. Hands come over the tops of the feet. Okay, arms are on the outside. If you're not sure, look up here. And then your feet drop down towards your buttocks as you release the knees away from the front body, and the knees begin to drop down towards the floor. Inhale, knees back up. Exhale, cross the ankles in the other direction, taking a hold of the tops of the feet. Feet drop down towards the buttocks, knees release away from the front body. Inhale, knees back up. Exhale, release the feet. Feet come down to the floor, nice and wide to the edges of the mat. Let your arms release up, shoulder height, T position, and just let the knees begin to rock side to side. Just feeling that release through the lumbar spine. Exhale out tension. Releasing and letting go. Just in beginning to embody your practice. Quieting the mind. It occurs. It just occurs. You can't force it because that doesn't work. One more time to each side. And then we come back to center. Let your feet come back into alignment with your hips. I want you to really feel your low back rooted into the floor. Your core slightly engages. Tailbone tilts up towards the ceiling. Arms stay extended, shoulder height, T position. And then you're going to draw the knees up towards the chest. And then slowly let that left knee begin to drop towards the floor. And then the right knee is going to stack on top. So feel that long lengthening through the arms and through the shoulders. You can bring your gaze out over the right shoulder. Really feel that blessing of your exhale and your emptying. And then we inhale, right hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, right hand comes over and reaches towards the left palm. Inhale, sweeping the right hand up. Exhale, back of the right hand comes down to the floor. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, right hand comes to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale, spiraling the upper thoracic. One more time. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, down. Inhale, now really reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling and find that broad breath, no pun intended, across the front body, across the chest. And can you relax? Can you Feel that right arm growing heavier to the floor. Your gaze can be out over the right shoulder. If you'd like to lift that right knee up a little bit higher, maybe your left hand comes down and helps. Just diving into this twist a little bit more. One more breath. And release. Inhale, right knee comes up to center. Exhale. Left knee follows, and we'll just let the feet come down to the floor for a moment and just feel what's going on through your pelvis, through your low back. Notice what you're present to, the right side versus the left side. One more breath. Knees come back up. And then we'll slowly let the right knee drop over to the floor on the right side, and slowly that left knee catches up. Then we find our twist, looking out over the left shoulder, and just noticing, being present to sensations, unavailability. Maybe you have a particularly ouchy spot. Just be really compassionate with yourself and with the form. We're going through a lot these days, my friends, so being kind to ourselves first and foremost. We inhale, left fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, left hand comes down and meets the right. Inhale up. Exhale, spiraling like the spine of a book, opening. Inhale, left fingertips up. Exhale, left hand meets the right. Inhale, we come up. Exhale. We'll do it one more time. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Reach, 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 reach. That left arm as far away as you can. Can that left shoulder blade slide to or towards the earth? Let your gaze come out over the left shoulder. And breathe. Use your breath here, drawing the belly button towards the spine. Feel the pelvic floor lift. Feel the expansion of the front body on your inhale. Front body collapses on your exhale. One more breath. Then if you'd like to lift that left knee up just a little bit higher, then we'll take a full cycle of breath here. And release. Left knee lifts. Right knee follows. Keep the knees up towards the chest. Take a full cycle of breath. Just let yourself fall heavy into the back body here. So we've run ourselves out. One more breath. We'll bring the hands to the back of the head or the back of the neck, actually right at the occipital ridge. And then we're going to extend the right leg long. We inhale, lift the head. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. And then we'll bicycle really slowly with nice control. Make sure you're not cranking on your head or your neck. All focused on the core. Going back and forth. Feeling yourself beginning to warm up. Maybe part of you is objecting to this. Can you do it anyway? So one elbow to each knee. Slow elbow to each knee, extending one leg long, then the other. If you're not sure, you can look up here. Feel more. Feeling yourself warming up. One more time to each side. And then we come back to center, knees come back together, soles of the feet come back down to the floor. And again, just let yourself rock the knees side to side. Let your head move opposite the knees. Bring it out. Let your exhale release anything that arose in that, any tension. Just exhale with a nice audible sigh. They feel so good. And then when the knees come back through center, pause there. Draw the knees back up, hands come to the backs of the thighs, and we roll ourselves forward and back. Maybe the feet don't touch. Maybe the legs straighten as you come over the top. 2 more times. And then the next time you come forward, we're going to balance on the tailbone, and we're going to wrap our arms around the backs of the thighs. If balancing isn't available to you, you can certainly bring your toes down to the floor. We just balance on the tailbone. I want you to really feel yourself pulling the thighs into the front body, and in so doing, find a long and lengthened spine. And then we inhale, left toes up towards the ceiling. Exhale down. Inhale right. Exhale. Inhale left. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release the legs and find a boat pose here. Calves parallel to the floor, picking up the pelvic floor, staying open and broad through the chest. And breathe, quivering and all. And then maintain your upper body, but bring your feet down to the floor. One more breath. Soles of the feet come together. There's a rope. Pull yourself up. Exhale, hinge. Soft spine, crown of the head down towards the floor. Knees wide, dropping towards the floor. Big full breath through the back body. One more. And release. We come up, knees come back together. We'll roll over to transition up into table. We'll curl the toes and find your tailbone tilted up towards the ceiling and take your hips side to side. And then we'll pause, and we're going to take the knees just an inch off the floor. Keep your tailbone up towards the ceiling. So you'll feel a lot of pressure and weight in your hands and in your feet. Tailbone stays lifted. Knees just an inch off the floor. And then take the tailbone high. And maybe find your first inversion of your day. Just release the crown of the head down towards the floor. Pressing the hips away from the shoulders. And just come to stillness. Find your breath. Stillness being a state of mind. Body's always moving. One more breath. Inhale, high tippy toes. Exhale, baby steps. We come up to the top of the mat into a standing forward bend. Crown of the head down towards the floor. Soften your knees. Belly button brings you up. Head's going to be the last to come up. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, arms float down. Clasp the hands, turn the palms away. Inhale, the arms up and overhead. And find your breath, find your rootedness, find your liftedness, find your groundedness. All of this taking place simultaneously. So as awareness, we fall back in even further. We fall in so that we can bear witness to all that's taking place. Don't lock out your knees. Feel rooted and grounded through the soles of the feet. Feeling the sensations of awakening energy body, very much awakening this morning. And we inhale, get even taller. Exhale, we twist to the left. So we're going to stay here for a few cycles of breath. And just as awareness, no judgment, notice sensations. Notice what you become present to. Muscles, tendons, ligaments, restrictions. Oh, that doesn't hurt anymore. One more breath. Shoulder blades slide down the back body. We inhale to center. We get really tall, and we exhale, twist to the right. Find your breath. One more. Inhale, we come back to center. Exhale, arms float down. No rush. Really slowly, shoulders forward, up, back, and down, forward, up, back, and down. One more time, forward, up, back, and down. Now feel all that energy in your legs, that tingling, awakening, energy moving, subtle body. As awareness, we're present to it. Now we can't see it. None of our senses can go find it. But we begin to develop our sixth sense, our sense of intuition, that inner intelligence, that vast wisdom that lies within us. One more breath. We inhale the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart as we begin to sit back. Pick up the belly as you sit back. Lower the hips. Feet are hip distance apart. Now draw the shins back. You don't want to take out your knees in this. Draw the shins back. It's almost like you're going to fall back. Don't, but pick up the belly. Can you lower the hips even more? Can you lower the hips? Draw the shins back. And then we extend the arms straight out in front. And breathe. One more. And release. Standing forward bend. Legs as straight as you can. Releasing the crown of the head. Arms are heavy down towards the floor. Can you lengthen through the side bodies in your standing forward bend? One more breath. With your hands planted to the floor, we're going to bend into the knees and step the right foot back nice and long. So you're on the ball of the right foot. Make sure you feel good and sturdy and steady on that left foot. Left knee is stacked over the left heel, and we inhale the arms straight out in front. Arms reach back behind you. Inhale them straight up, out in front. Exhale back. We'll do it one more time. Inhale the arms straight out in front. Exhale back. Inhale the arms up and we come up. Exhale, hands come down. Step the left foot back. Downward facing dog. Now walk your dog. Roll through the balls of the feet. Anything that feels good, getting into the side body. Inhale, we come to plank. And then come down onto your right forearm, your left forearm, and bring the pubic bone down to the floor. Tops of the feet touch down to the earth, heart looks forward. Restorative back bend here. Relax through the buttocks. Let the heart look forward. Elbows press into the mat. Crown of the head towards the ceiling. And breathe. We give the kidneys and the adrenals a nice flush here. One more. Lay the heart down. Hands come breast level. Up through table. Toes curl. Downward facing dog. Step that left foot forward just a wee bit and inhale the right foot high towards the ceiling. And just feel that lengthening, the effort to not feel the tug or being pulled down by the tug of gravity. And then we exhale, right foot You bring it up as high as you can and let your left foot meet it. Standing forward bend. Inhale, long spine. We come all the way up. Exhale, arms float down. Shoulders forward, up, back, down. Forward, up, back, and down. One more time. And stand in your Tadasana. Stand in this moment. Stand in your rootedness. Stand in your uprightness, your goodness, your beauty, your intelligence, your wisdom. Stand in your bravery, your willfulness, your kindness, your joy. Stand in the music that plays within you. One more breath. We inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart, and we begin to sit ourselves down. Sit ourselves down. Feet are hip distance apart. Pick up the belly. Keep lowering the hips. Draw the shins back. We don't want to take out our knees here. So we draw weight into our heels. Keep lowering, feeling that lengthening through the low back. Pelvic floor lifts, belly button towards the spine. Breathe, quivering and all maybe. And then we release the arms straight out in front. Relax through the shoulders, right through the fingertips. Release. Hips come high, standing forward bend. Crown of the head down towards the floor. Shake your head no. And pause. Palms come down. Step the left foot back nice and long. Rooted and planted through the right foot so we know what's coming. So can we maintain our beginner's mind here? Right knee stacks over the right heel and we lift the arms straight out in front. Exhale them back. Inhale, they come forward. Exhale back. Inhale, forward. Exhale back. Inhale, the arms up. Full crescent warrior. Exhale, hands come down. Step the right foot back, downward facing dog. And walk your dog. And just feel, it takes energy to make energy, so feel all that energy moving. Maybe feel it in your breath, in your heart. Inhale, we'll come to plank. Breathe here. And then we let the left forearm come down, then the right, and then the pubic bone. Release the tops of the feet. If you don't have a lot of sensation here, you can draw the elbows towards the rib cage. Breathe. Inhale, purification. Exhale, blessing. One more breath. And release. We lay ourselves down. Hands come breast level. Press up through table. Toes curl. Tailbone high. Downward facing dog. We'll step the right foot forward just a little bit. Inhale, left foot towards the ceiling. Nice and high. And then exhale, release. Left foot comes as high up the mat as you can get it. Right foot meets it. Standing forward bend. Inhale, long spine, come all the way up. Exhale, arms float down. Shoulders forward, up, back, down. Forward, up, back, down. One more. And as as you stand in your mountain form and you're, ta-da, you've arrived. You've arrived to this moment. Scan the body. Feet are planted and rooted. Can you press into the outer edges of your heels? Come up the shins. Are your knees locked out? Soften into the knees. Energy travels up through the thighs, into the pelvis. Can you relax through your pelvis? Can you pick up and engage the pelvic floor? Not clenching, but just be present to it. Energy travels up the spine. Can you relax through the rib cage? Energy up into the chest. Can your shoulders drop? Can the sides of your neck lengthen? Can you relax your jaw? Tongue is heavy. Eyeballs heavy. Mind quiet. And bring your attention to the top of your head. And there's the breath breathing you, life living you, and love loving you. Always. When we sit within the sacredness resident within us, when we cultivate it, when we come home to ourselves, the lens that we see life through changes. And we begin to recognize every moment as a holy moment. Every breath is a sacred breath. Every breath is a privilege. We have to turn off our TVs. We have to turn within. We have to go be in nature and be our natural selves, not our man-made selves, not living by man-made laws, but natural laws. Love is our nature. Health and well-being is our true nature. We've been taught and told otherwise, and we've forgotten. But this practice of yoga invites us to come home to ourselves. And for that, in our own way, we say, thank you, amen, hallelujah. One more breath. So keeping the foundation that you found yourself with, I invite you to just begin to let your arms swing in opposite direction. Just letting your arms swing. We're not even trying to go high. Just let your arms swing opposite. And just feel that gentle twist that begins to happen through, not empty coat sleeves. Just swing your arms. Your hips are staying stationary. Just arms lifting and lowering. And then I want you to begin to bend your arms like you're taking your elbows back behind you. Your elbows reach back. And then I want you to speed up your arms going back and forth. And you'll begin to feel that right through your solar plexus as we begin to awaken the third energy center. So just keep letting your arms go back and forth. Yeah. And you can speed it up. Use some energy. Take your elbows back and forth. And you'll feel that through that third energy center. That's our emotional center, our will center. We hold a lot of energy, a lot of stagnation there. So you can soften your knees and just let the elbows go back and forth. And breathe. Breathe through your nose. Breathe through your nose. So it's not about reaching so forward so far. It's just about taking the arms back behind you. A little bit more. And then pause and let your arms come down by your side and feel. Feel your creation. One more breath. Softening into your knees, bring your hands down on top of your knees so your knees are hip distance apart. And then I want you to straighten your left leg so you're really leaning onto your right knee. Breathe. And then bend into the left knee and straighten the right knee. One more breath. And then straightening both legs, we hinge and come down. Now we'll soften into the right knee, bring your right hand to the outside of your left ankle, and inhale, sweep left fingertips up towards the ceiling, spiraling that left chest up towards the ceiling. That right knee is soft. One more breath. Left hand comes down. So now we'll soften into the left knee, right leg is straight, left hand to the outside of the right ankle, and inhale, sweep right fingertips towards the ceiling. Inhale, purification. Exhale, blessing. One more breath. And release. Both legs are straight. Inhale, hands to shins. Tailbone high, heart looks forward. Pick up the belly. Breathe here. One more. And release. Crown of the head releases. Knees are soft. Belly button lifts you up. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more breath. So you can turn sideways on your mat. We'll take the feet wide. Toes point towards the side of the mat. We still have our hands in Anjali Mudra. And we inhale, lift the heart towards the ceiling. Exhale, hinge, come on down. Keep your hands at your heart. Inhale, long flat spine, we come up. Heart lifts. Exhale, we come down. Inhale, lifting your heart, celebrating this moment. Exhale, surrender and let it all go. One more time. Inhale, we lift up, heart lifts. Exhale, release. Let the fingertips come down to the floor and soften into both knees. Like really drop those hips down. Bend into the knees. Release the crown of the head down towards the floor. You can take your hips side to side here if that feels good. Keep breathing. One more breath. And then release, straightening both legs, hands come under the face. So both your hands are long through the side body, so we're in a wide-legged extended forward bend. You can bring your hands underneath your face. And then we're going to walk the hands over to the right and draw your nose towards your right knee. Breathe into that. One more. Then we'll walk through center. Walk the hands over towards the left foot and bring your nose towards your left knee. Big full breaths. One more. And then release. We come back to center. You're going to take your first two fingers and wrap them around the big toe on the inside. And then we drop the crown of the head down towards the floor. It's like you're pulling the crown of the head closer to the earth. One more breath. And then we inhale. Extended forward bend. Exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, long spine. Come all the way up. Exhale, feet come back together and feel. Let it all go. And can you let it go more? Can you relax? One more breath. So meeting me up at the top of your mat. One more set of standing forms. We're going to come down. Step the right foot back nice and long. Turn the toes towards the side of the mat. So I want you to make sure you're good and sturdy on this left foot. And we inhale, sweep the right arm in front and windmill ourselves up to our warrior two. So find your warrior two. We've got a lot of practice in our yoga class this morning. So can you find this left knee and just make sure that you're staying buoyant in that. Left knee tracks towards the little toe. We're engaged through the right quad. Dropping the hips towards the floor. Buttocks is not reaching out behind us. And look back and see if your arms are indeed extended in alignment with one another. Can you bend into that left knee just a little bit more? Right hand to right leg. Inhale, lift, left arm. Fingertips towards the ceiling. So you feel that breath through the left side body. And then release left elbow down to the left thigh. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right arm down towards your right ear. So can you bring your gaze up underneath your right arm? Can you draw your right shoulder blade down the back body? Can you find the sweet spot of this form? The sweet spot of this moment, it's within you, my friend. Right hand comes down to the floor. We pivot on that right foot. Left fingertips towards the ceiling. One more. Left hand down. Step that right foot forward. Standing forward bend. Inhale, long spine. Arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Feel your aliveness. Feel your gratitude. Feel your song and dance. Release the hands. We'll hinge down. Bend into the knees. Step the left foot back nice and long. Turn the left toes towards the side of the mat. You're good and sturdy on this right foot. And you sweep that left hand out in front. Inhale, windmill it up. Exhale, find your warrior two on the right side. So adjust your feet as you need to. Strong through your left quad. That right knee tracks out towards your little toe. Check in with your arms. Check in with your mind. Where's your breath? Where's your attention? Relax through the shoulders. Now bend into that right knee just a little bit more. Left hand to left leg. Inhale, sweep right arm up so we don't move through the lower body. Breathing. And release. Right elbow down to right knee. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left arm towards your left ear. And then you look up under that left arm. One more breath. Where's the sweet spot? Left hand down to the floor. Pivot on that left foot. Inhale, right hand up. Yep, you've got a right hip, don't you? You got a right quad. Lots going on. One more breath. Right hand comes down. This time we're going to step the right foot back and find your downward facing dog. Full cycle of breath. And we'll inhale, high tippy toes. Exhale, lower the knees down to the floor, tailbone high. Let the knees come an inch above the floor. Should seem familiar. Quivering and all. One more breath. Knees come to the floor. Release the toes. Hips drop back. Let your arms be heavy by your side. Forehead to the floor. And let it all go. Allow yourself some cleansing breaths. Leave it on the mat, my friends. Let it all go. One more breath. Hands come underneath the fronts of the shoulders. Press yourself up. Let the hips come over to one side and let the feet come in front. And we're going to draw the heels towards the buttocks and wrap your arms around the front of the knees and maybe even walk the buttocks towards the heels, just coming into as small a ball as you can. And find your spine long and lengthened. Long through the sides of the neck. We inhale, exhale, look over the left shoulder. And just feel the front body pressing to the thighs. One more breath. We inhale to center, exhale, look out over the right shoulder. Big, full, cleansing breaths. So this is your practice, my friends. Give it to yourself. Be generous. One more. And we come back to center. So we're going to extend the left leg out in front. So this right knee stays bent, right heel towards the buttocks. And I want you to take your right arm in front of that right knee. And then we hinge down over the left leg. And see if you can't keep the right knee and the right shoulder having a moment together. Breathe into the back body. Keep that right knee tucked up against the right shoulder. It so wants to escape out. Big full breaths. And then we release. That right foot is going to cross over the top of the left thigh. We inhale, the left arm up, right fingertips come back. Exhale, left elbow to the outside of the right thigh as we spiral the spine and the belly, looking out over the right shoulder. So with each exhale, can you draw the belly button to the spine, squeezing out any old, stale, toxic stuff. Toxic thoughts, toxic habits, toxic shoulds and supposed tos. Let it all go. And release. We come back to center. Now we're going to straighten the right leg, bend the left knee, left heel comes up towards the buttocks. Sit yourself up. Left shoulder is going to come to the inside of that left knee, and you hinge down over the right leg. And that left knee and left shoulder keep having a moment together. They stay connected. They stay contacted. And breathe. Few more cycles of breath. Now, if this is awkward for you, just be willing to sit in the awkwardness. It's not going to last. And there's so many things we avoid. I know I avoid. Awkward is one of them. I know it well. But if I'm willing to sit in it and meet in it, it subsides. It's what we avoid and resist that persists. One more breath. Then we'll bring ourselves up. Left foot crosses over the top of the right thigh. We reach the left fingertips back. Inhale, the right arm up. Exhale, right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. And we spiral, starting in the lumbar spine, making its way all the way up as you look out over the left shoulder. And then the breath comes in, and feel where the breath reveals itself. What does it show you? What is that blessing of a breath want to release? A few more. One more. And release. We come back to center. Both legs are extended. Walk yourself so that your heels are right up at the top of your mat. And then we'll just have a soft spine as we hinge forward, letting the crown of the head or your face drop down towards your legs. If your hands are anywhere near your feet, you can bring them to your toes. And breathe. Keep letting go. Keep emptying yourself out. We just empty ourselves of our worldly beliefs. The truth of who we are can never dissipate. It never changes. Love is our nature. All this other stuff is not our true nature. It's coming up for us to release it. So exhale it out, my friends. We're in this together. One more breath. Then we'll roll ourselves up, and we're going to keep rolling. Tuck the tailbone. Tuck the tailbone, chin towards the chest, arms extend, and then lay yourself down really slowly. And then once you land, we let it go. You can bend your knees, feet to the floor. I want you to really lengthen that tailbone down towards the spine. Feel your low back press into the floor. Find length through the back of the neck. Take the arms away from the body. Palms turn up. So really feel that grounding energy meeting your lumbar spine. Nourishing, nurturing, healing. And then we can extend one leg long and then the other. And allow yourself a few of those cleansing breaths with an audible sigh that just let you land and fall into that sweetness already resident within you. Dive into the pool of energy and well-being that your practice has revealed today. And rest, my friends. Take a sacred pause. And allow yourself to be renewed. We forget who we are. We forget what we are. You don't have a life. You are life. Created and creator. Rest well. If you find that your mind gets active, just bring yourself back to the breath, back to this moment, back to this sensation. And can you let go even more? Breathing in, breathing out. Right here, right now, just as you are. Here is always beneath there. I remember sitting for a long time on the edge of a summer lake, watching the far shore. I could see early light flood the water in the distance, and this somehow made the other side seem exotic. Every morning I'd sit on my small edge of the lake and watch the other side, imagining that a certain mystery awaited me. With each day, its call grew larger. Finally, on the 7th day, I had to go there. And up, earlier than usual, I rowed across the lake, beached my small boat, and sat in the exact spot I had been watching. As I looked about, the aura of otherness I had seen from my daily perch was gone. I was somewhat undone. For though this far shore was beautiful and peaceful, the wet clump of shore I ran my hand through was the same as where I'd begun. I started to laugh at myself. For looking back at where I'd been sitting every day, I saw early light flood the water in the distance. And now, where I'd been living seemed exotic. Now, a certain mystery called me back to where I was. So often we imagine that there is more full of gold than here. It is the same with love and dreams and the work of our lives. We see the light everywhere but where we are, and chase after what we think we lack, only to find humbly it was with us all along. Here is always beneath there. So be here in all of your goodness and in all of your messiness. We make room for all of it, or not. In your own way, beginning to bring movement and animation back into the form. Feeling the you that is going to come out of your practice this morning, and just consider, who do you want to be in your day today? Choose. Finding any movements that are supportive and in your own way and in your own time, transitioning from supine up into seated. Shoulders stacked over hips, spine long. Feel the heaviness of your hips and feel the availability of the form and the hips and the breath. We draw the hands together in Anjali Mudra, thumbs rest to the heart space, and we bow the head, surrendering the mind. Landing in that safe and sacred space within ourselves, making this breath and this moment a holy breath. Wherever you go, there you are. Letting the thumbs come to the brow. The truth in me beholds the truth in you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. It begins with me, and may it begin with you. Namaste. We bow to the wisdom within us. We bow to the earth of which we are. And we bring ourselves up. We share and we shine in our own sacred spaces, in our own holy homes. And we go forth into this day, taking our namaste into the world. Much love.